Have you ever waited so long for something that you started to doubt if it was ever going to happen? In Genesis 18, the Lord shows up and Sarah overhears him telling Abraham, saying, I'll be back here in a year's time. And he says, Hene, look at me. Sarah, your wife, will have a son. So 89-year-old Sarah, she laughed to herself, saying, really? Now? I'm worn out. And look at my husband. He's so old. Right? Can you imagine? It's been 24 years since Abraham was first given this promise. 24 years since the Lord said to a childless Avram, I'm going to make you into a great nation. Well, at that point, it would have already been a miracle. His 65-year-old wife has had no children, so the promise to make him into a great nation is a promise to miraculously open her womb. Adonai is going to heal your womb, Sarah. He's going to make us into a great nation. And now, 24 years later, age 89, she hears this promise again, so she laughed. Sure, now? But the Lord responds to her dismissive laugh by asking a simple question to Abraham. Is anything too difficult for the Lord? That's the question we have to ask ourselves today. The Holy Spirit's coming to us with a few reminders from his word today. First of all, remember this. God remembers your name. He knows your name. He remembers your dream. And most importantly, he remembers his promises. When the Lord showed up, he didn't just speak to Abraham. He asked, where is Sarah, your wife? He called her by name. He wasn't just reminding her of a promise. He was reminding her that he had not forgotten her. Maybe you've been waiting for a promise from the Lord. Maybe it's been years and hope feels like it's fading, but hear this. God remembers your name. He remembers the dreams that you feel like have died in your heart, and he hasn't forgotten. Second, God's timing is perfect even when it feels too late. Sarah probably thought, I'm already too old. It's too late now. But the Lord's timeline isn't bound by our limitations. His promises don't expire even when we think it's impossible. God's timing is never off. When Sarah was laughing in disbelief, God was already setting the stage for a miracle. And maybe you're in that same place wondering if it's really too late for God to move in your life. But remember, delay is not denial. God's promises are always on time. And third, nothing is too difficult for the Lord. When Sarah finally held Isaac in her arms, she said, God has given me a good reason to laugh, and everyone who hears this will laugh with me. A dream that had died in her heart was now held in her arms. What seems impossible in your life right now, healing, restoration, a breakthrough in your family, whatever it is, nothing is too difficult for the Lord. Today, bring the impossible to the Lord. Maybe you've stopped praying about it because it feels too far gone, but God is still at work. Speak his promises over your life and trust that he has not forgotten you. And remember, nothing is too difficult for Adonai.